Hi, and welcome back to Just the Plants, ma'am, where we make plants for the people. My children requested rice and broccoli for dinner. Yes, they did. But I decided that I was going to make things a little bit fancier around the house today, and I was going to try out this maple balsamic glazed tempeh. Yes, I had this tempeh in the fridge and it was nearing its expiration date. So I thought, this sounds delicious with some maple glazed carrots. Oh, yeah, the kids are in for a treat. Let's just take a minute to talk about tempeh, if we can, please, because it is highly underrated and people are so afraid of soy. And this is the soy you want to eat. It is just soya beans. Okay, it's soya beans and water and bacterial culture that is super good for your gut health. Like this recipe with the balsamic vinegar and the tempeh, it is like super good for your tummy. So, another thing about tempeh, it is a complete protein. Even though that is a myth, people still are all about the protein, and tempeh is the protein that is got all the amino acids that you need. It is a complete protein. Okay, and our sauce is just these 5 ingredients: maple syrup, balsamic vinegar, Paul Bragg, a tiny bit of olive oil, and some garlic. That's it. Half a cup of balsamic vinegar is going to be the main ingredient for our marinade, and a wonderful main ingredient it is. Did you know that balsamic vinegar is made from grapes? Because I sure as heck did not know that at all. I was like, this is a lot of balsamic vinegar. I gotta go see what's up with this balsamic vinegar. Is there something good about this? And there is. It's made out of grapes. It's high in antioxidants. It's good for your gut health. And I had exactly half a cup. So obviously this recipe was meant to be. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. I love maple syrup. People try to tell me it's not raw, and I say I don't care. You'll have to pry it out of my cold, dead Canadian hands. 2 tablespoons of your favorite aminos. My favorite is Paul. He is my main squeeze. We go way back. I am using 1 tablespoon of olive oil. The recipe, however, called for a 1/4 cup. So you make your choice. Original recipe called for 2 cloves of garlic and some dried thyme. The people I am cooking this for, however, are not huge fans of thyme. I like thyme, them not so much. So I omitted it and added 2 cloves of garlic, and they are medium cloves, okay? Because size matters, people. If you've never seen tempeh before, you're going to freak out when you open the package because it looks moldy and weird. But that's how it's supposed to look. Put those tempting little cubes of tempeh into that marinade and make sure it's fully covered. I decided that this pan is going to be a good baking pan, but not so much a good marinating pan. Now that you're in your proper home, you can get in the fridge for a couple hours. 2 hours later, and you want to check on your little tempting tempeh bites. Yes, those little temptresses, check them out. Give them a little stir, make sure everything's coated again, and then you're just gonna put them back in the fridge until it is time to make dinner. Oh yes, the fam jam is in for a treat tonight. Another few hours later, and it is finally time to bake. So let's transfer to our baking dish. Cover and bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, and it's time to check on our tempeh. Yes, take off the foil, give it a little stir, see how it's doing. It was very hot, sizzling nicely. Make sure you don't touch it when you're putting it back in for another 20 minutes uncovered at 350. Okay, so 20 more minutes later, and we are taking our tempeh out for the final time. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't eaten in 11 days, but this looks really good. Now it is time to separate your cubes from your sauce because we are going to pour our leftover sauce into a saucepan and then add our thickener and thicken it up. But in the meantime, doesn't that tempeh look amazing? Okay, so you are going to add your sauce, your marinade, if you will, to your pan because we are going to bring it over to the stove and we are going to add our starch to it and we are going to heat that up. Put it on like a medium temperature, not super high. You don't want to burn nothing, and just heat until thickened. Here we go. It is time for your sauce. Oh yes. So your tempeh is now done. If you'd like to see how I made the maple glazed carrots, come with me. Because I love spending all day in the kitchen, I decided while the tempeh was baking, I am going to make some maple glazed baked carrots. If you want your carrots to cook quick, cut them small. If you've got more time on your hands, then leave them big and take longer to roast them. It's up to you. These carrots are nothing complicated, okay? So just put on a little bit of oil, not a ton, because we're not into all that oil here, people. And then there's 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. We are into the maple syrup. You can go extra hard on the maple syrup. I won't complain. Just a little bit of garlic powder and chili powder and stir. That's it. Super simple, super tasty. I cooked them for about 15 minutes covered first and then uncovered. And yeah, just cook them until they look like your kids will eat them. That's it, guys. We're done. I decided to steam up some broccoli and make some rice just to have it be a complete meal. Just because I know that the carrots and the tempeh are new for the kids, but they are down for broccoli and rice whenever, as long as there's Paul Bragg on top of it. I'm going to leave a link to the original recipe down below so you guys can see how she made it originally, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it for you, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, please hit the subscribe button. I hope you pretty plant people have a glorious day, and I'll see you guys next time. Be nice to each other out there.